Hello, friends. Happy Easter. This Easter season, of course, runs for 50 days, so happy Easter. I've traveled quite a bit in my life, and some of that has been, tourism, but often enough it's been to other big church events in other countries, like an International Eucharistic Congress or a World Youth Day. Or it's been to countries like Vietnam and Philippines and Korea, where I've gone to invite priests and seminarians to come to our diocese. And wherever I go, I have found that in the churches there is this divine mercy image. I mean, it's all over the Catholic world, this image and the devotions that are linked to it. It's a little bit like the Sacred Heart was, I'm going to say, in the 19th and 20th century. Like the Sacred Heart, the picture of the Sacred Heart was in every Catholic home. That was for sure. And now, in many, many, many churches, in many, many homes, we have the image of the Divine Mercy. And so it was a real grace for me in 2019 in visiting Poland and Belarus to also go to the country of Lithuania, to its capital, Vilnius, and there to discover that was where Sister Faustina lived when Jesus appeared to her in the visions, in the locutions, and it's in Vilnius that I saw the divine image that is exactly as Sister Faustina directed the painter to paint what she had seen in her vision. And it said that she was very particular. Do it like this, not like that, correct this. Anyway, so the first image, and it is there in a shrine in Vilnius. That allowed me, of course, to know a little bit more about it. I mean, I had seen the image and heard of Sister Faustina's writings and the fact that St. John Paul II had really treasured those devotions, treasured those writings and that spirituality. He did indeed establish the second Sunday of Easter as the Sunday of Divine Mercy. And so we'll be, of course, celebrating that this year. And so it just brought me that visit to know it a little bit more. I had prayed the Divine Chaplet, obviously, often with parishioners in my various parishes, as priest, as bishop. And so, but that visit was a grace for me. It allowed me to enter more deeply into that. They have a wonderful archbishop there who's he gives you the grand tour of all around Sister Faustina. And so we went to her little house and the rooms in which she would have received those visions. The Divine Mercy devotion, the spirituality of the Divine Mercy, we can speak about it in many ways. And I think first and foremost, and when we think of John Paul II establishing the second Sunday of Easter as Divine Mercy Sunday, he was, in a way, unpacking the Easter mystery, the Paschal mystery, Christ's death and Christ's resurrection. And what is that all about? Mercy upon mercy upon mercy. In the writings of Sister Faustina, I'd like to quote a few passages and just reflect upon them. This is from her diary, Jesus speaking to her. In the Old Covenant, I sent prophets wielding thunderbolts to my people. Today, I am sending you with my mercy to the people of the whole world. I do not want to punish aching mankind, but I desire to heal it, pressing it to my merciful heart. And words in there that really echo with me, aching mankind. Just to think of the sufferings in mankind, the sufferings in so many ways, certainly spiritual, but violence, division, war, all of injustice, lack of health, just aching mankind. And I want to press it to my merciful heart. And he's then in another of her writings, she writes, again, Jesus speaking to her, the graces of my mercy are drawn by means of one vessel only, and that is trust. The more a soul trusts, the more it will receive. Souls that trust boundlessly are a great comfort to me, because I pour all the treasures of my graces into them. I rejoice that they ask for much, because it is my desire to give much. And so the words we see at the bottom of the image, Jesus, I trust in you. And so mercy and trust, trusting so much in God's mercy that yes, we will do God's will, and we will bring that mercy to others. And that is core in this whole message. Another writing, I am giving you 3 ways of exercising mercy towards your neighbor. First, by deed. And so we can think of the corporal works of mercy, the spiritual works of mercy, but we can think of all the ways in deed where we bring that mercy of God that has come upon us, that we have received, that we allow in trust to be the core of our relationship with God, then to let that mercy flow out. So, exercising mercy towards your neighbor by deed, by word, preaching, sharing, by experience, by the teaching of the church, by all that is faith understood, that it is about divine mercy, God's mercy, and living according to it. And the third way, by prayer. And so, of course, the particular devotions, praying before the image of the Divine Mercy, Divine Mercy Sunday, the praying of the Divine Mercy Chaplet, asking for God's mercy upon all people, the defeating of sin, the driving away of the consequences of the sin, and bringing forth the fruits of God's mercy. And thirdly, of course, the hour of divine mercy, 3 o'clock every day, to stop and to reflect upon that mercy and to pray the Divine Mercy Chaplet. So, yes, it's a rich source of how we can approach God, or more particularly then, how God approaches us, always in mercy, that we might become trusting so much in that mercy that we become ambassadors, servants of that mercy. This Sunday at 3 o'clock, live stream from the Shrine of Divine Mercy, St. Andrew Bobola Parish. So I will be celebrating Divine Mercy Sunday. I invite you to join us. Thank you.